Mother! Don't see me like this. Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces fear and suffering.
You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, Senua?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you! And so you killed her!
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandon you.
You tortured her! You killed her! You are the darkness!
Well, this is a hell of a location. Oh! Oh!
The rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me!
Oh, here we go. We're still doing this. You guys are gonna be in some trouble now. I'm in permanent blue mode now.
Be careful, Senua.
You get a point where they're just standing still. I don't think you guys stand much of a chance at this point, if I were to guess. Not that any of you were real, or I don't know what to think of you guys at this point. Oh god, there's so many. So is that my mother's voice? The one that's remaining?
Watch out.
Alright, all of you guys plus the boss fight type guy at the same time is a bit much. God damn it. Big guy needs to go away now. There we go. Gotta keep that shield away. Gotcha.
You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Am I rebuilding that? Because that's pretty... Oh, it's like a high-def version of Bastion.
Backwards to wallow your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Norsemen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is alive? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here. Dillion, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll fight you.
Oh shit, we are fighting him again. Yeah. Ah. It feels weird that that even does hurt you. Okay, come on. Ah. You're a little hard to make out right now. What? Oh, you're changing bosses. Okay.
Watch out.
Whoa! Am I fighting both of you at the same time right now? I am. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Come at me, long-range guy. There we go. Got bad news for you. I can do this now. Oh, you can do that now, I guess. Oh! Oh, wow, I'm... Okay. Still fighting you while fighting the sword guy, huh? Ah. This is a problem. Bird mode. Bad news for you. Oh, I didn't go into... I'm not in murder mode. Yeah. This is an awkward pairing. Fighting Ooh, he's gone. Oop. Oh, he's back. That's the big slam that I gotta watch out for, because it always like knocks me down all the way, which is when you're about to die.
Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillion is gone. Dillion is dead.
He's getting smaller.
Let him go. I'm warning you.
Watch out. Or what? What can you do to me that you haven't already?
Betrayed your own father.
Fight me.
You betrayed
Come
the
on.
gods in search of Dillion. In search of love.
That's a lot.
Where that's got you. Let go of
How many of them are there?
Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillion. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Careful, Sam.
Yeah.
Behind you.
No, come on, man. I can't see these guys at all. Yeah, come on, he has that kind of range. Oh, I don't want to be near him.
Let go of your battle.
Get up, get up, get up.
You don't have to fight any. Be careful, Sam.
No, come on, man. I was still in my slow motion get up sequence. You, come on.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dillion. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release it. I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing. No power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day, a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness.
It's hard to tell how mixed up you feel, hoping what you need is behind every door. Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change, 'cause everyone has hopes. You're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else.
Hello, mouse cursor. All right. Sudden music cue kicks in, I suppose. Huh. They went more of an ambiguous route with the ending, didn't they? So I don't know what was up the lip sync. That's not the video recording or anything, by the way. That's just what the game looked like. The lip sync, both in live action and some of the CG stuff, just kind of kept going in and out of sync. I don't know. Every now and then you'd see a tiny hitch here and there, so maybe that's what was making it get off sync. But so I suppose there's probably a number of interpretations of the ending there, but two of the ones that come to mind is that one is that she defeats the darkness that is just a purely internal psychosis of hers, which can't really beat mental illness through willpower alone necessarily, but maybe she's learned to cope with it or live with it in a different way, and she's ready to approach the rest of her life like she learned something about herself and grew as a result of the grieving process of losing the people that she cared about. The other interpretation is that all that stuff was real on some level, and that at the end there, if that is Hella, the Hella seems to be down on the ground, dead, as if she replaced her, which maybe Senua, instead of even accomplishing her goal of bringing back her lover instead just replaces the god. Basically the story of God of War, actually. The first one, which is the only one I remember. Maybe. Either way, the game was just beautiful to go through. It's a really cool experience. You definitely get the indie feel on some level. Just you can tell that on some level there's corners cut or just limitations of what could be done in the form of relatively few gameplay elements kind of interspersed, and then of course the combat. The boss fights are pretty cool, but they can only really get 3 of them in, and so by the end they're repeating by the end when they're trying to ramp up difficulty, they're repeating boss fights and they're repeating enemies and they're just swarming you with larger and larger numbers. I can only assume. I think that the final fight was a meant to lose fight, like I was supposed to lose. I was really concerned that I had like permanently lost the game in that moment because it seemed like the darkness was taking over, and I'm like, oh no, did I just? But that would be weird because I didn't die that much in the game. So, but I still had the thought that maybe if you die during the final fight, maybe you lose the entire playthrough essentially, or get a different ending, and maybe you do. I don't know, or maybe at the very least there's a different cutscene if you survive the entire gauntlet where she has to be corrupted directly in some way and not just like not just cut to her already being on the ground or something like that. I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily a game with multiple endings. It's a pretty linear experience. Like, it's very close to being a straight up movie experience. Ending's a little weird, in particular just the musical cue. I don't know how I feel about it cutting to a kind of cheesy sounding song. That kind of surprised me. So are they planning sequels? Is there going to be a Hellblade 2? Because that has multiple interpretations too. There's the idea that they're sequel baiting, and then there's the idea that maybe it's just that she's able to go on with her life now, and that's what she means by there's more adventures. I'm not sure. And to think this is the next game they made after everybody was so mad at DMC Devil May Cry. I believe that's the same studio. They made Heavenly Sword, Enslaved, Journey to the West. Is it called Journey to the West, or is it just based on Journey to the West? Then DMC Devil May Cry, and then Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. They make some really noteworthy titles, it seems. I still haven't gotten around to doing my proper playthroughs of Enslaved and DMC, but there's a decent chance I will. I don't know about Heavenly Sword. I've heard that it hasn't aged well, and maybe wasn't great at the time either, but I know very little about it besides the fact that it has a woman with flowy red hair and might actually be similarly using a mythological background for its story and setup and everything. That has a trippy effect. It almost looks like video corruption. Huh. Alright, well, this is what I often hope for. Just something starkly memorable. A game that leaves an impact and is interesting. It's part of why I avoid AAA so much, is because even the supposedly good ones are often just a kind of a homogenized sludge, even if they manage some level of quality. And this was a cool little adventure. This was a cool idea. See you guys next time.